Luis Carter didn't believe in cursed places. He believed in bad deals, and Vinewood Hills was full of them. The message came in just after midnight. Blocked number, no greeting, just an address in Vinewood Hills and a single line, "Check if the house is occupied." That was it. No explanation, no backstory, just a payment amount that made him read it twice. It was more money than he'd made in the last 2 weeks combined. Luis stared at the message for a long time. It sounded simple, too simple, but simple jobs paid best. So he grabbed his keys. The house sat high above the city, perched near the edge of the hills like it was showing off, all glass walls and smooth white stone, the kind of place that looked empty even when someone lived in it. No car in the driveway, no lights on, no movement. Luis parked across the street and waited. He told himself he'd give it 10 minutes. If nothing happened, he'd walk up, knock once, snap a photo, and leave. Easy money. 12:02 a.m., nothing. 12:03 a.m., every light in the house turned on, all at once. Luis blinked. No slow glow, no stagger. Just full brightness in every room, like someone flipped a master switch. "Okay," he muttered. "That's weird." But weird didn't scare him. Weird was normal in Los Santos. He crossed the street. The gate was unlocked. That bothered him more than the lights. Rich people lock everything. Unlocked gates mean someone's expecting you. He stepped inside anyway. The yard was silent. No wind, no insects, not even distant traffic noise from the city below. It felt sealed off, like the world outside had been muted. Luis reached the front door and pushed it open, unlocked too. "Hello?" he called out casually. No answer. The inside of the house was spotless, furniture arranged perfectly. No dust, no mess, but no signs of life either. No shoes by the door, no mail, no family photos. It didn't feel abandoned. It felt unused, like a model home waiting for buyers. Luis stepped further inside, scanning each room carefully. Living room, empty. Kitchen, clean. Hallway, dark. Then he saw it. On the kitchen counter sat a small digital voice recorder. Old school, simple. The red light was on. It was already playing. "Yeah, looks like someone's here." Luis froze. The voice was his. Same tone, same rhythm. He had never said that. The recorder clicked off. Silence. The lights flickered once, just once. Luis swallowed. "That's not funny," he said under his breath. He hadn't seen anyone, hadn't heard anyone. But that recording existed, and it was recent. His phone buzzed in his pocket. He nearly jumped. Blocked number again. He answered without speaking. A calm voice came through. "Thank you." Luis frowned. "For what?" "For confirming occupancy." "I didn't confirm anything," Luis replied. "You entered." The line went dead. The lights shut off instantly. Total darkness, not even city light from outside. Luis pulled out his phone. No signal, no flashlight, no display. Just black. Then, footsteps, somewhere down the hallway. Slow, even, not running, not sneaking, just walking toward him. Luis turned toward the sound. "All right, man, you got your joke. Come out." The footsteps didn't stop. They got closer. Another set began behind him, then another upstairs. The house wasn't empty anymore. Luis backed up until he felt the kitchen counter against his lower back. The footsteps stopped. The light snapped back on. He wasn't alone. 3 people stood in the living room. A man in a suit, a woman in casual clothes, an older man with gray hair. None of them looked injured. None of them looked angry. They just stood there, watching him. Luis stared. "Who are you?" The man in the suit stepped forward. "You confirmed it," he said calmly. "Confirmed what?" "That the house is not empty." Luis's chest tightened. "I just walked in." The man nodded slightly. "That's enough." Behind them, more figures appeared, quietly, filling the room. 5, 10, more than that. All silent, all focused on him. Luis moved toward the door. It wasn't there anymore. Just smooth wall. He turned to the windows. The city outside was frozen. Cars stopped mid-road, helicopters stuck in the sky, no movement anywhere. "You took space," the man continued. "Now the space takes you." Luis reached for his gun. He fired. No sound, no recoil. The bullet disappeared halfway across the room. The figures began walking toward him, not rushing, not lunging, just steady. Like gravity pulling inward. Luis opened his mouth to scream. The lights went out. The next morning, the house on Redwood looked empty again. Dark, quiet, normal. No cars in the driveway, no signs of struggle. But sometime after midnight, a phone buzzed in another part of Los Santos. New number, new target, same message. Check if the house is occupied. And right at 12:03 a.m., the lights turned on, all at once, waiting.